Anyway, so here's what happened yesterday. A bunch of trolls kept flagging my Stream Elements tips page for, oh, Phil's is a horrible person. Look at this video he did 13 years ago. That proves he's a horrible person. Look, here's a podcast where he attacked someone who reported him for that 13-year-old video. So essentially what happened was trolls kept spamming Stream Elements with bullshit reports, and Stream Elements took a look at the situation and was like, so this is a guy who we don't make any money off of. He just uses our product and, you know, we don't benefit from it. And now we're getting spam reports on him. Let's just turn it off. So they did. So they turned off the tips page. This is literally exactly what happened with Streamlabs last year. These businesses don't make money on their business. I know that sounds weird. There are people who actually pay for subscription-based models for Streamlabs and Stream Elements. I was not one of them. So when they're going to look at that situation and they're going to be like, so we're getting spammed with a bunch of shit about this guy being negative, and we make no money on him. What incentive do we have to keep this guy, you know, in our program here? We're just going to keep getting spammed. This is annoying. So they turned it off. All right. And it's bullshit. It's literally what happened with Twitch last year. Remember when Twitch kicked me out of their partnership program? Same exact situation. So if anything, these businesses, I hate to say it, are incredibly unprofessional because it doesn't matter in reality, you know, are you making a fortune on someone or not? If you have a business set up, it's supposed to be equal treatment of everyone. It's not supposed to be this person gets preferential treatment, this person gets terrible treatment, depending on how we feel and the level of harassment that's on the internet about them. It's nonsense. It's unethical, immoral, you know, it's everything you can think of. Is it illegal? No. And that's the catch here. The catch is it's perfectly legal to do what they did. It's within their discretion to do that. And it is what it is. Because some people are like, I don't understand. There's other people who use Stream Elements who are known for doing horrible things. They've been involved with scams and other things. Yeah, but they didn't get mass reported. It's all it is. If you start getting annoyed, that's it. Can't take it. You know, that's what's happened with my sponsorships and everything in the past. I get a positive sponsorship. Within a day, I get dropped because the trolls go and harass the sponsor. So that's what I keep telling you guys. Sadly, I just can't do these kind of opportunities and things that other people do. All right. So yesterday, after the Stream Elements page disappeared, I looked at some alternate options of things that I could do. All right. Option number one would be to use another service. And I started looking at other services, but sadly, they're just not very good. For example, there's one that's based in Europe, but they don't just, for example, let's say you were to send me a tip through this service. It would see the same thing that Stream Elements and Streamlabs had. It would be my own page. You click on it, you send a tip. They would have held the money in limbo in some weird account that they own. And then when you choose to withdraw it, you can. But that doesn't seem to be very safe. Like, what if they just decide to say, oh, we're turning your account off and keeping your money? What do you do now? How do you sue a European company, right? In addition to that, they take a fee. And I'm like, I don't want them taking a fee of my money. It's crazy. You know, I need my money to run my business. And we're taking fees and stuff, obviously. You know, I can't be doing this. So it didn't make sense to do those. I looked into a few of them. There's 2 or 3 of them. They're very similar. All right. Last night, when I did my Friday Night Fights old school fighting game stream, all I told everyone was, hey, if you want to support the stream, just go to your PayPal and you could send a tip to darksidephil@hotmail.com. And that worked. There's people who sent multiple tips, and it was a very supportive stream, and I'm very appreciative of that. Okay, I appreciate those who did support the stream last night. But during that stream, someone actually reached out to me and was like, are you aware there's something that's fairly new that was done on PayPal to make this way easier? Rather than people having to manually have a PayPal account and then log in manually and
ding dong die,
you can create a
ding
PayPal
dong die,
account
oh ding
that
dong,
everyone can just click on.
cock,
and
ding
then
dong die,
immediately
oh
do that.
purple
I was
cock,
like, no, I was not aware of that, and I made one last night. You'll now see
yo
it's
purple cock.
pinned to the top of the chat if you're live on stream right now, or if you type !tip into the chat, the link will pop up. Or if you look at the description of this video, the description of this stream, I've also put that information into the description of everything moving forward. Okay? So, you can now tip via that link. All right? The only difference between that link and the way that it used to be, all right? Between it, you know what you're talking about.
No, you didn't.
Seriously,
you
people are just trying to be
motherfucking
shit.
piece of shit
Anyway.
cocksucker.
basically,
Mark my fucking words.
the way I was gonna, now I got distracted by this person who doesn't know what the
I'm
fuck
gonna find out who the
I'll
fuck
even address
you
that, because
are.
people don't know what they're talking about.
You
The
motherfucker.
only
You
difference
are
between
fucked.
tipping this way
Let
and the
this
old
be
way
noticed live
is that
on the internet.
I have to manually
You're
shout
fucked.
these out. Not to say that I didn't do
You
that
are
before.
dumb.
I did, but there will be no on-screen pop-up automatically. Essentially, what will happen is I will be monitoring, just like I used to, a queue. And when a contribution comes in via a tip, I will shout it out when I get a chance on my stream. And at that time, when I'm shouting out the contributions and updating the leaderboard, I'll play the animation manually. That's the only difference. Literally everything else is the same. So don't listen to these morons who are literally making shit up. Like, for example, if you tip via this method, now all your personal information is now exposed on the internet and all that. It's exactly the same as the last method. It really is. There's no difference.
I'm bi! I'm
Before,
bi!
you were using
I'm
Stream
bi!
Elements to send me a tip. Now you're just using PayPal directly. There's no middleman. It's the same data that gets sent to me. There's no difference here. So if you already tipped me previously, there's nothing changing. It's just that there's no automatic pop-up because that's what Stream Elements was doing. Okay? Now, I will say this, okay? If you're going to tip via this method, and thank you in advance to anyone who does, because I need tips, and I'll explain all this in a moment, why this is a big concern. If you do tip via this method, be sure to put your message in the tip you're sending. It's not like it used to be where you have to put it in the Stream Elements page. It's kind of the same. It's just a PayPal page instead. But also, be sure to put the name you want me to address you by, all right? If you don't put a name, I'll give you an example. I'm looking at the stream right now. 672 is in the chat. So if you're going to send me a tip, you click on that button. You put in your date. You say, this is 672, and I just want to say good luck today, and here's some support. There you go. And then I'll read it out. I'll say, 672 tipped me, $6.72. He says, good luck today. Here's some support. And then I'll click the animation, put him on the leaderboard. That's how it works. Okay? So there you go.
I want to take different field.
Pretty simple. Not complex at all anyway. And there you go. Now, is it annoying that I have to manually play animations from now on? Yes, it is. Absolutely.
A mutated creature
right?
that would look
like
is
it also annoying
that
I have to manually update my leaderboard? And I don't have my leaderboard automated because of trolling. Yes, it is. It's like I could just sit here and tell you a million reasons why I have to do things differently from everyone else because of trolling, but I just push forward positively and I don't let it beat me, right? You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Now, you might say, why is this such a big deal, with the tips and everything? Because I explained this last year. I've explained it over the course of this year. Here's the deal. As of last year, all right, when I was on Twitch in their partner program, I had actually established myself on Twitch for about 4.5 years. Excuse me. And I had built up a following big enough that between the number of subscribers that I had and the level of super chats and not super chats, they were called cheers over there. The level of cheers and everything that I had coming in, essentially, I was building that up to the point where tips weren't going to be that big of a concern anymore. Okay? Tips were important at one point because of trolling and other things hurting my income, and the tips were the immediate support for my business back then. But I got to a point where I was going to be good, and I even said to you guys, wow, the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm seeing it. If things keep going well in 2021, then by the end of this year, maybe I can afford stuff and do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. And then what happened? The concerted effort against me last year began. Got kicked out of Streamlabs. Got kicked off of Teespring. Got kicked out of the Twitch partner program. Literally for nothing. It was for
thanks for the money, you stupid fuck.
Okay?
Hoping you get some 6-star Hogans with this.
I uplifted my streaming from Twitch to YouTube, and here I am, and I've been here for the last year and a half. And I want to say thank you to those who support my efforts here. It is very different here on YouTube. There's both pros and cons. We've talked about these in the past. I don't really want to go into a crazy amount of my podcast about this today, but essentially it's a lot different. And sadly, there's just people who don't want to come watch streams on YouTube. So I lost a big portion of my viewer base. I lost a chunk of support that I used to have. So what ended up happening was I got to make up for that. I need to still pay my bills. I have to still afford my mortgage, pay my car, my insurance, taxes, everything. How do I do that if I have a lost amount of income? So what I did is I compensated for that with tips.
Thank you and still be on
I
camera,
started making tiered tips goals. Raise $50 on a stream and put on Gunner glasses. Raise $100, put on a silly hat. $150, put on a vest or a football jersey. And I used that increase in tip revenue to supplement the fact that I had lost a lot of money from having to leave Twitch. Okay, so there you go. That's what was going on, and basically, it's worked. And what I mean by that is it's enough to supplement and keep me afloat. But things are very tight, meaning sometimes it's week to week, paycheck to paycheck, day to day with tips to help me afford stuff. You know, paying bills, going grocery shopping. You know, every week I tell you it's my day off, and literally my tips this week will buy my groceries. Right? So, all that being said, okay, that's why tips are so important to me. Because some people yesterday were like, well, if the tips are such a big problem, why are you even doing them? Right? Like, what's the big deal? Well, it is a big deal. It's a huge deal because I need tip support. If I don't have tips, I literally cannot pay anything during like a normal week.
And that's it.
See what I'm
you're
saying?
Just gonna waste our time.
So I can't just give them up. Theoretically, if everyone just stopped tipping and everyone did super chats, super stickers, and memberships, that would work. But it would only work long term because there's a delay between when someone does those things and when I get anything for it.
PayPal.
For example, today's October 1st. We're starting a new month here on YouTube. We have a new members goal. We have all this stuff set up. All right? If you become a member today, thank you so very much for your support of the channel. I will see a benefit from that.
I need
at the end of next month.
I really do. I need that money.
Okay.
To pay my bills.
The end of next month. Okay. You know what? I've been smart with my money. I didn't blow all the money that I made.
What do I do?
So here we go. Here come the trolls. Here come the idiots. We're going to have a lot of trolls today due to the nature of what today's stream is going to be. Just so you guys know. It's going to be a lot of trolling today. And there's nothing that can really happen. There's nothing that can be done about that. I already spoke with my moderators. And they should be coming by. See if I can get someone to stream by now, because obviously we're not here right now, right? Okay.
What do I do?
Okay. It looks like, let's see here. Hold on, because I didn't get an email here about it. I'm trying to figure this out. Keep in mind, this is a whole new system. Why am I not seeing an email here about it? I got it here. Where did the email go? Am I going to get them here? Oh. I'm trying to work the kinks out. All right? I'm trying to work the bugs out. I'm trying to work the kinks out. All right? I'm trying to figure all this out. So, please bear with me as I try to figure all this shit out. All right?
What do I do?
Because now this new link that I've just set up, it looks like I got my very first tip through it right now. Okay?
Do you
but
want
the
to
email
play
didn't
the
come where I
fucking
expected.
game?
Yeah, the email came somewhere else. So it confused me because I was like, wait a minute, it didn't show up here. Where I'm staring at, expecting the email to come. Apparently it goes to a different one. Okay. Well, if that's the case, hold on a second here. I gotta see if I can get this set up to work. All right.
What do I do?
Give me a second. Sorry. Figuring shit out. Let's see. Excuse me.
I'm very confused.
Hold on. I know this has been annoying. I agree. I agree with you. You don't want me doing this on the fly, but I didn't know this was going to happen. Okay.
What do I do?
Okay.
What do I do?
So it looks
What
like
do I
this
do?
is what I need to do now.
What an idiot.
Okay.
What do I do?
Actually, this is better. If this is going to work this way, this will actually be better for me. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay.
Hype train. You're supposed to be following the
Okay,
game,
so this is
following
how
the
it's
fun
going to work
gameplay,
moving
chilling and
forward.
relaxing
Got
with
it.
me.
The only bummer is now I can't go back. How do I go back? There. All right, hold on. I just got to set it up differently. I thought I was going to get a notification via one method. I don't. I get it via another method. Because remember, yesterday, people were tipping me directly to my PayPal. Now they're using the new link. The first person just used the link. Okay? The very first person just used the link. And, which is awesome. Yeah. Okay. All right, so first tip ever coming in via this method. Let's do it. So this is from, now, by the way, again, I want to say something. If you want me to say your name on stream, you have to tell me what you want to be called when you tip me moving forward, because it's not automatic, okay? So, for example, this person did not put their name. So I'm not going to say their name. I'm going to say from an anonymous tipper. But if you actually tip and you want me to say your name, you must include your name in the message, okay? So, our first tip today is an anonymous $10 tip. Thank you very much, the anonymous $10 tipper, for the support. I appreciate that very much. And the anonymous $10 tipper says the following. I want to pitch an idea for a future marathon. How about a marathon where you revisit some of your most disliked games you did on YouTube, cut off of the year being 2018? So, some suggestions. Homefront: The Revolution, Conduit 2, Max Payne 3, Lords of the Fallen, Manhunt. Thanks. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. It would be something special and different, I feel, for a marathon, right? I haven't done anything like that before. Although, admittedly, I've done a Rageathon, but the Rageathon was mostly supposed to be games I'd never really played before, and then people nominated Street Fighter V stupidly, and there was no Rage at all, which is really dumb, okay? So that being said, it's a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm always open to suggestions. Oh, Tarantula says that was him. Okay, Tarantula. So, yeah, this is something new you have to do. You have to put your name in the tip, just so I know. Say, hey, this is Tarantula, and I just want to say blah, 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 okay? Thank you, Tarantula, for the $10 tip for today. Cool. So it worked. It's good. We got our first test of the new link. It worked. That's a good sign off, right? We obviously want the thing working. So that's good news. Thank you. Now, just to clarify for everyone here, all right? I just received an anonymous dollar tip. Thank you to the anonymous dollar tip. Appreciate that. Cool. Just to clarify here, guys, since today is a special day where we're doing a React event, not only will trolling be out in full force, but I'm absolutely sure that idiots will be trying to continuously attack me from every direction. Like, I totally expect this to be happening all day long. Okay? So just be aware of it. If you see it in the chat, please ignore it. I can already tell you, I already got a fucking chargeback
of money buff reduces your
on
salt
my
levels
PayPal already for tips previously.
What the fuck?
Because what it is again, what these people do, I'm not even kidding you. They'll sit on a website, or they'll sit on a forum, or they'll sit on a Discord, and they'll be like, how do we do everything at once? Like this. They're like Mr. Burns, and they take their fingers like this, and they tap them together like this, and they're like, how do we all work together to try to ruin Phil's day? Okay? And, yeah. So, by the way, this is on top of the other chargebacks that I got last month that still are not resolved. As I told you guys, with these chargebacks, sometimes they're resolved like this. Sometimes they take ages to resolve. Sometimes there's back and forth between PayPal and me and the person who's doing the false chargeback. It's a major mess, all right? So what I can say is,
If I could get down
I'm
on my
sorry,
hands and knees and say thank you and still be on
that
camera,
this shit
I would do it.
will be annoying today. You're going to see trolling in the chat. You're going to hear me talking about, what can you do? This is just the nature of the beast. I promise you, I will do my absolute best to try to alleviate any of this bullshit that happens today, okay? I'm not going to focus on it. I'm going to do my best to just have it be a normal day. This is a special event today. Obviously, I want people to be excited for it, not be focused solely on this nonsense, okay? Okay, good. So there you go. So, thank you to everyone. And by the way, I am going to shout out these contributions because there's more coming in, but I'm going to save these until my time at the end of the podcast when I do shout outs. I already saw, yes, Snow Carl did one. I'm going to shout that out later. All right, so anyone who tips during the course of today's stream or does any kind of a contribution, as usual, at the end of the podcast, I'm going to give you a shout out. Let me get through my stuff now, okay? Got a lot to talk about today. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's do this. So it's set up. Here's the deal, all right? All the bullshit's in the past. I don't care about Streamlabs. I don't care about Stream Elements. I don't care about Twitch shit. We're moving forward positively. The tips link exists at the top pinned at the top of the stream. It's also, if you type !tip, it's in the description of the stream. It's in the description of my videos moving forward. Everyone will have this and will be able to contribute however they want, all right? So thank you. And please, again, understand, I know change sucks. We all hate it. I don't like it either. I like it when things are moving smoothly and we have no problems. Sadly, that's not the life I live. I got to put up with all this nonsense. So I'm just not going to care about this shit. I'm just going to move forward positively. All right. Thank you already. There's already people contributing. Thank you so much. Okay.
I need those.
So now let's talk about
the
subject matter of today. Then we're going to get to some special stuff where you guys are going to start doing stuff for my Halloween events. Okay. So today is a special day. Today is the React event. DSP reacts to From Vindictive to Manipulative, Keemstar's Story by June the King. June the King is a YouTuber who does these documentary-style videos covering the history of well-known YouTubers. And incidentally, he did a lot of good ones, and I've watched one or two of them myself privately behind the scenes just to get a feel for the kind of video that he makes, and I really like the videos. I think that he does a really good job with them. I reached out to him months ago when I first started my React stuff earlier this year, and I was trying to get an idea for people who I want to react to their content. I contacted him behind the scenes, and I was like, hey, I like your stuff. Would it be all right if I react to it? And he gave me permission. I even let him know that we're doing this today, so he's well aware that we're doing this React event today. Now, allow me to address the giant stinky elephant in the room, all right? We're reacting to this documentary because this is what won the poll. I had a poll up earlier this week, about a week ago, and people were all voting, what do you want to see? And the choices were the Pro Jared documentary, the Spoonie documentary, the follow-up documentary to Wings of Redemption, which actually picks up where the documentary that we watched last time, the Down the Rabbit Hole, left off, or this Keemstar documentary. Okay, so that's what we were looking at for options. And everyone voted for Keemstar, and then there was a little bit more traction, but after about 3-4 days, Keemstar was firmly in the lead by like 15-20% of the vote. So I announced publicly, all right, Keemstar wins. That's the end. We're going to do the Keemstar React this coming Saturday, okay? And everyone was excited for it. We started planning for it and everything. So what happens when I announce something is my trolls, my detractors, these idiots, say, oh, we just want to do whatever we can to contradict Phil and be, whatever, anti-Phil, whatever he says, right? So let's make it look like the Keemstar documentary is not what people want. So here's the thing about YouTube polls that I've always told you guys is really stupid. You can't close the poll. All you can do is leave it open infinitely or delete the poll entirely. How YouTube doesn't know that there should be an ability to close a poll at a certain date or time, I have no idea. I've never heard of something so stupid in my life. Seriously, I've never. It's the dumbest thing. Any website that uses a poll has the ability to say close it by this date and this time. Not YouTube. YouTube puts the basic poll theme there and then just doesn't bother even finishing it. It really is unfinished. Half the shit on YouTube is like an unfinished idea that they've just implemented and then walked away without ever making it fully work. Okay? So, the poll is so dumb. It's live, right? It's working, but it stupidly won't allow me to close it. So I was like, well, I have two choices. I can just delete the whole thing, okay? or I can leave it open. I said, all right, whatever. I'll just leave it open. Who cares? I didn't think about it. I didn't give it a second thought. So what do the dumbass trolls do? Oh, let's now go in droves overnight the night before Phil's event, and let's put in a bunch of fake votes with our million bot accounts so that we can have it say that he should have done the Wings of Redemption documentary. Okay? Maybe stupid people fall for that dumb shit because they're stupid, but I don't. I already announced what I was doing earlier in the week. We're still doing it. I don't care what you idiots do. Like, you waste your time all you want. It doesn't affect me and my streams and my content. We're still doing the Keemstar React. You're so dumb. Okay? So, yeah. We're still doing it. Fuck those morons. I don't care about them. They wasted their time. So that's why we're still doing this. This is what officially won as of earlier in the week when I made my announcement. And that's what we're doing today. Now, I'm not saying we will never do a reaction to the follow-up Wings of Redemption documentary. In fact, that follow-up documentary is actually one of June the King's most viewed videos ever. Over 2 million views, I believe. Like, tons of viewership for it. While most of his other stuff doesn't ever really track that well. It's obviously because of the subject matter. We all know all the drama that surrounds Wings of Redemption, right? So, I'm not opposed to doing that in the future, but we're not doing it now. That's not what people originally voted for. Fair enough? Okay, cool. So, how are we tackling this today? Well, I'm ready to go. And in fact, if I can show you, hold on one second. Be patient here. Let's get rid of this. I'm already set up over here to sit here and react to the video. It's already set up and ready to go. And then I'm going to have an alternate view where I'm going to be able to pan back and I'm full screen and the actual, documentary will be in the corner so I can talk and elaborate in parts where I want to talk just, about what's going on. So it's going to be very similar to how I did the last one or the last few, going back and forth and having discussion. The documentary is around 2 hours long. Now you might say, now wait a minute. I thought you said this is a marathon stream. It is. This stream, all I'm doing today is the react event. That's it. And we'll talk about that in a moment because we're